So today I was listening to Advocate Mnisi dealing with Brigadier Gininda, and I was wondering, where is Advocate Mnisi going? I was really wondering, where is Advocate Mnisi going? I find him. I have a video. I've got two videos that I will insert. I finally found where the man is going. And when I realized that, the man is basically building towards this point to say, Gininda, there were facilities. You were at Vosloorus police station parking lot. Why did you not use any officers? Why interview the suspect in the parking lot? And then he makes the confession, and then everything has to be arranged there and there. Brigadier Gininda, what is it that you are not telling us? What is it that you are not telling us there? In other words, he's basically saying there's something about how you handled this case. There's something about that. There's everything wrong with how the case was handled here. It's not me, it's what he said. Let me take you into confidence about all of that. Today, it was also confirmed in court that Advocate Mshololo is not in court. She's still not in court. We're just wondering what is happening. That is something that it was clearly highlighted today in court. They don't normally do this, but today they did it. And I said to myself, this is going somewhere. This is going somewhere. Believe you me, this is going somewhere. What is it that I think it is going somewhere? It is what I'm about to show you. Normally, I've been watching this case. They have never done this.
As the court pleases, my lord, we confirm our appearance on behalf of the state.
Yes. As it pleases the court, my lord, I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 1 and number 3.
Okay.
This is the court, my lord. I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 2.
Okay.
As it pleases the court, my lord, I still confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 4, standing in for my colleague, Advocate Mshololo, in respect of accused number 5.
Mshololo, again.
Yes,
okay,
thank you.
Fine. Sorry, man. You know what? I forgot my pen. Where's the pen? Yeah, thanks.
So, but today they did it. Why? Where is it going? I don't know. Where is it going? You're going to have to tell me in the comment section below, where is it going? Okay. I want us to talk about the build-up to this point. I want you to think about it for a moment. If you were to ask me, which place do I prefer to work on? I'll tell you, it's either in my office or at home. But I don't prefer working in a noisy environment. But for some strange reasons, our brigadier, he is doing a sacred job, but in the parking lot, when there is a police station where he can just simply go in there, use any of their officers. Maybe we have a reason to believe that there's a lot that happened in the parking lot. Maybe they wanted to make sure that before he can get to the confession space or room, they wanted to make sure that it is sealed, done and dusted. Maybe. I think we have all the reason now to suspect that. I mean, what was Brigadier Gininda doing there with the man in the parking prior to the confession? What was he doing? If this guy was really confessing and as he was being told, what was he doing? Why wouldn't they just say, okay, he's confessing, let's go get the right person? Why is it that Gininda needed to be there to verify all of that before that person was to be called? That is where Advocate Mnisi is basically going to say, hi, when your behavior here is suspicious, Why is it that Angetu, you're not the one who was investigating. They were doing the investigation. They were taking the men to Vosloorus police station. Why is it that he has to specifically speak with you prior to him getting prior to him getting into the Vosloorus police station? Why is it that he had to first spoke to you? What is it that you wanted to do with him before he confessed? That is a point that we were building towards throughout the day, making sure that we cover everything. Nonetheless, listen to Advocate Mnisi here.
Let's go back to the parking, Brigadier. Remember, we're still at the parking, at the parking lot or the parking base of Vosloorus police station. Thank you. Now, Brigadier, as a seasoned investigator, there's a police station. We are actually within the precinct of the police station. I don't know how far that police station was from you, from where you conducted that interview with the accused person while seated in that red Golf. But you are at the police station. Is there anything that really stopped you from saying, accused, let me go and request that we be allocated with an office in this police station for us to go sit in the police station in the office to conduct this investigation?
My Lord, no. There was nothing that prohibiting me, but as I've said, my Lord, you need to take the context of how we found ourselves there and what was pending. And that's why I explained that I was informed by the members that they were en route. If I wanted to interview the accused, if there were no other engagements, I would have told them to bring him directly to the provincial office or the national office, because that's my office. But not wanting to interfere with their line of investigation, when they told me they were going to Vosloorus, I asked them to meet me at Vosloorus police station because they were en route. That's the first part, my Lord. Then the second part, I had no knowledge of knowing in advance that when I get to accused number one, he will confirm that he's making a confession and make a confession to me. I didn't know. Now, with that limited information, on what basis do I activate the formalities of the office to do what, my Lord? Because like I said, if I go to him and I detected that, for example, he was not in his sober and clear senses, that would have been the end of my engagement with him in terms of protecting his right. Or if I go to him and he says, no, I've changed my mind, I do not want to make any statements, that is the end of it. Meaning, when this discussion between myself and him ends, the members must carry on with the investigation, because the purpose was not to interfere with the investigation. It was only when it became clear that he was implicating himself in this case and he was willing to make a statement freely and voluntarily to someone independent, that I then kicked in and said, let's go to Eraton. So I could not have arranged an office for something that I do not know at the time, my Lord.
Okay, so now you have heard and you have noticed that yourself. Now, you have to tell me in the comment section below, make it make sense to me, because I'm a man born and subject to correction, so I don't understand things the way I should, but I need you to make it make sense to me. To me, it doesn't make sense. Why? Just make it make sense to me. Why is it that it was not complete until Gininda, until the accused speaks to Gininda? It looks like nothing was Satan, nothing was done, nothing could have been concluded, except the accused speak to Gininda. Why? It goes back to the point that, it goes back to this thing that we've been doing or saying, that there's everything wrong here. The manner in which the confessions were handled leaves a lot to be desired. The confession itself, it's contradictory. 3, the accused, if he was confessing voluntarily, why wouldn't he just go to any police station? Why wait until he gets arrested, then suddenly he voluntarily confessed? Don't you see that something right there doesn't add up? At least to me, something doesn't add up. 4, if indeed he is a hitman, okay, it's fine. But why does a man who's doing a job of his caliber easily confessed, easily give it up? Why? There's a lot that we're not being told here. There's a lot that we're not being told. And I'm going to need you to just open up your eyes and look at things, and let's do a bit of digging here. But there's a lot that we're not being told. And yeah, that is what Advocate Mnisi sought to highlight in today's court appearance. And you're gonna have to tell me in the comment section below what do you make of that. My responsibility was to bring it up before you so we can dissect the approach that Advocate Ngomezulu was taking, the approach that he took in today's court, in today's cross-examination. Do get into the comment section below. Do tell me exactly what you think about everything that I've just said and the videos that I've just played. You and I will meet in the next episode. But until then, please take care.